3 mistakes I see women make all the time when it comes to fat loss. I'm Louise, I am a fat loss coach, gym owner, and I've been helping women just like you for the last 15 years get out of their own way and get in better shape. Mistake number 1, most women who come to work with me have, at some point, tried to diet on 1,000 calories or less. It's a fact. We've all done it, I've done it. And been surprised when they feel shattered, they're constantly preoccupied by food, they're starving hungry, and they just can't maintain the diet through the course of the week. So what tends to happen is they'll have 1 or 2 good days, maybe 3 or 4 good days, and then their thoughts about food will be so overwhelming, they will eat some biscuits, feel like they've failed, and then get stuck in this loop of shame where they go, oh, well, I've screwed it up now, I might as well just carry on eating, wait and start again on Monday, and then try and go back to that 800 calorie diet starting Monday, or 1,000 calories, 1,200 calories, whatever. Because they've started so low, and sometimes starting that little bit higher gives you a little bit more opportunity to manage your hunger levels so that you stay full throughout the course of the day or throughout the course of the week. Your preoccupation with food and hunger is less, and you don't just feel so constantly knackered and exhausted. So setting your calories that little bit higher gives you a little bit of scope for success. And sometimes you can then still go down in calories and make your calorie deficit a little bit more aggressive if that's your dieting preference, but sometimes it just takes a little bit of time to get used to. Mistake number 2 is hidden calories. And what I mean by hidden calories are the calories in your coffee, the calories in your salads and your salad dressings, the calories in the bites of chicken nuggets or bits of pizza or chips off your kids' plates when they are finished with their dinner. And it is so very often I talk to people about what they eat and they go through their food diary and I go, is that it? And they go, oh yeah, well, I did finish little Johnny's ice cream and I, did have a double whipped Falula latte from Starbucks this afternoon. And all of those calories add up. So I sat down with a client recently and we worked out how many calories were in the hidden calories or the forgotten calories. She'd got 200 calorie coffees in there, 2 salad and vegetable accompaniments from her dinner, and we worked out there were 750-ish calories missing from her day's calorie allowance or from her day's food diary. So over the course of the week, I'm taking an extreme day here. We were trying to figure out why her weight wasn't moving at the speed it should be based on the calories that she was on. And when we calculated through it, there was 750 calories missing on one day. There's something like 200 on another, 400 on another. And over the course of the week, we found approximately 3,500 missing calories, which is a pound of fat loss. And pretty much 3/4 of her deficit that we'd managed to create by tracking the calories that she was eating. So if you are trying to diet, just be mindful of the bites, licks, tastes, the coffees, the milk, the sauces, the salads, the vegetables, because all of these things have got calories in them. So they're not hidden, they're not free. Mistake number 3, adding in excessive amounts of cardio. A lot of women that come to work with me have taken up running, they've taken up cycling, they've joined a HIIT class in their local gym. And what they forget about all of those things is that they stimulate hunger and make sticking to your diet actually more difficult. And I get why, because energy expenditure and creating energy balance is how fat loss happens. I'm not arguing that, but what I would say is that getting out for a walk and doing a little bit more daily movement as opposed to intense cardio, so setting yourself a step goal, for example, will have a smaller impact on your hunger levels and how hungry you feel throughout the day. So beating yourself up with 3, 4, 5 hours of cardio a week when you could do something more productive with that time is probably the better way to go. You also need to bear in mind that you should do some strength training. So if you've only got a limited amount of time in the gym, strength training is where you're going to get the most bang for your buck. But get out and go for a walk. You don't need to spend hours and hours sweating in a gym or take up things that you don't enjoy. And if you found that useful, you can hit subscribe below and follow along for more.